President and CEO of the Chicagoland Chamber of Commerce. It's a great honor to welcome you to the Chamber's first annual U.S.-China Business Forum. This is an essential step in advancing a positive, constructive, and comprehensive relationship between our countries and the city of Chicago. And we're pleased to have the Economist Intelligence Unit, Chicago Sister Cities International, the State of Illinois Office of Trade and Investment as partners for this event. You know, the Chicagoland Chamber...
Well, first of all, 早上好. Okay, I guess you didn't recognize that, huh? You want to learn it? It's a very quick trick. 早, you like Chinese? General Zhao's chicken? General Zhao's rooster coming to Shanghai, Shan, saying howdy. So, 早上好, 早上. So, everyone try. 早上好. Don't get Shanghai in the middle. It's Shan and then how. It's not Shanghai. Okay, quick and easy. All right, 早上好. First of all, thank you, thanks to Chicagoland Chamber of Commerce for involving us as a sponsor. It's really a great honor and opportunity and pleasure to be able to moderate this excellent panel. We have an excellent audience here, and now what I would like to do, I guess all our panelists have agreed that we'll make this panel highly interactive. Okay, I think this is really the way to for you to learn something. Just like now, you learn something really practical, how to say good morning in Chinese, right? 早上好, remember that. It's a second repetition to help you memorize it. So we'll make it highly interactive. I say 早上好, you say 早上好. Okay, very good. Thank you very much. Well, let me first introduce my panel a little bit, just so you get a big picture about what we're about to talk about, about China. I have, first of all, here Professor Phil Kors from the Kellogg School of Management. Professor Kors is a classical, analytical marketing professor. Is that right? The right way to...
No, it's not.
No, let's not get too analytical here. He teaches the capstone course in marketing for the Master Product Development Program at the McCormick School of Engineering at Northwestern as well. I guess later on I'll give you a chance to introduce yourself more. And also we have Louis Diallo. That's correct. Thank you. From China Telecom, all the way. Were you teleported from? You're based here.
Yeah.
Yes.
Washington D.C.
That's okay. Washington D.C. So we have a lot of government folks speaking of compliance issues, and here is another. From all the way from the center of Dominion, Washington D.C. Louis is Managing Director for Marketing and Corporate Development at China Telecom Americas. In this capacity, he is advisor, I guess you were also an advisor to President Bush, but that was before China Telecom.
In the middle.
In the middle, okay. We're touching on the side of conflict of interest here. No, I'm just kidding. So advisor to President Bush as member of the President Information Technology Council. He's currently also serving on the Virginia Governor Tim Kaine's Broadband Roundtable. Now, we also have Mr. Zhigang Ren, who's with the Illinois State of Illinois Trade Office of Trade and Investment, and obviously from the trenches of China Business and Trade, Zhigang was the Chief Foreign Investment Officer at the Guangzhou Administration for Commerce and Industry, Guangzhou, China, prior to coming here, I assume. And so he'll be able to talk about the issue from both sides of the coin. And now the topic of this panel is challenges to trade and resources with China for growing your business. And I look at all your topics, rising middle class, China's information economy, and how can I determine best export prospects and export buyers, Chinese buyer and sales agent. It seems like everything is really leaning on the resources and opportunity side of things. And when you're presented with a prospectus, you got to read the fine print, right? So let me just talk about the fine print here, the challenges. As a matter of fact, I'll be talking about just really 3 quick fundamental challenges of China business and trade. I call them the 3 C's of China. Complexity, lack of consistency, inconsistency, continuation or constant change. Okay, what do I mean by complexity? Okay, we all know that, well, by the way, these are fundamental challenges. These are not challenges like the language issues, the language barriers, the cultural issues, the nuances, and so on and so forth. Because those are the challenges that if you spend enough time, do enough due diligence, do your homework, there will be the challenges of the past. But these fundamental challenges, complexity, inconsistency, constant change, these are the very challenges that will even hinder the Fortune 500s, that would even confound the powers of the governments of the Western powers. What do I mean by complexity? There are a lot of differences between the business culture in China from the one we have here. But in addition, there are also vast differences within China on the local level as well as the regional level. On top of that, there are diversities in different sectors of the economy, different industries. I mentioned different regions and places. And within those sectors and industries, there are also vast differences between companies, whether they're big, the SOEs, the conglomerates, or the small ones, the private enterprises, also whether they're JVs, the WOFIs, or collective ownerships, or private-public partnerships, and so on and so forth. So in other words, in just about everything that people tend to think that can be representative of China at one point or another, there's always, you can find plenty of exceptions, anomalies to that representative scenario. Now, lack of consistency, inconsistency. Well, the word itself is sort of inconsistent with the other 2 C's because it's inconsistency. There's inconsistency in just about everything, especially rules, laws, regulations, how they're followed, how they're interpreted, and how they're enforced. Okay, I can give you examples if you like later on, but I'm not going to dwell on it for the sake of time. And constant change. China is a fast-moving target. It's a forever continuation of things, scenarios, changes, conditions. So what may be said true of today may no longer be true tomorrow, and it applies to the 2 C's prior. The consistency, everything is being improved on. Things are changing for the better, but yet there are also things that are changing for the worse. So we're going to hopefully address that in the second panel. There are a lot of those issues actually pertaining to the challenges to the 3 C's. Let me just, now, Professor Kors is going to be talking about the rising middle class. Let me just give you some perspective on this rising middle class. Now, our biggest trading partner of the United States, maybe also for the state of Illinois, is Canada. What's the population in Canada? 30, 33 million? 34, 40 million? Now, what's the size of this country? 300 some million, right? And the rising middle class in China is expected to reach 400 million, maybe by 2020. There are various numbers, but now, what's after that? That's a huge number. It's 400 million. That's even more than the population of this country. But what's the rest? You know, that's 1.2, 1.3 billion people. That's still out there, not in the middle class in China. So you got to keep this in mind, that when we're talking about this China may be a very simple word, but but the concept, the connotations, the implications behind it are never simple. We're talking about the urban China, we're talking about the rural China, the middle class China, the $2 or $1 a day China. We're talking about the biggest or the second biggest or the biggest luxury market in the world, China. We're talking about also, the per capita income ranked 129th in the world, China. So welcome to China and welcome to our panel.